Now that the Most High is awakening his people up by the tens and thousands, we are witnessing the downfall of these heathen nations. Brothers and sisters, in 2017 was rewarding because we saw firsthand just some of the small destruction of these heathens, these symbolic plagues of Egypt, the fires, the opioids, and it's increasing. It's ever increasing. But man, I'm excited to see what 2018 is going to bring for these heathens. Because remember, the time of the heathen is here, as it says in Ezekiel 30, verse 3. The time of the heathen is here, and it's going to increase, and it's going to increase day by day, brothers and sisters. And it ain't going to stop. It's getting ready to get exciting. Now, y'all know, saints, that California is due for this really big earthquake. Because I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the news. Well, they haven't been having it on the news that much. But if you've been seeing some of the news outlets on YouTube, they've been telling them there's been a lot of telltale signs. We've been having thousands of little tremors from around the world. It's adding up. It's starting to make sense. Now, I'm going to say this because this is only my opinion. And I truly believe that California is going to get the big one in 2018. Because let me tell you, the tectonic plates of the San Andreas Fault, they're so tight that things like a rubber band, and when it snaps, it's going to snap hard. Now, I could be wrong. Like I said, it's just my opinion. You know, I think they're really going to get that big one in 2018. We're going to see, though. But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, there's been earthquakes all over the place, all over the world, by the thousands. But nobody's really been paying attention. The Most High is letting us know that this place is getting ready to be destroyed. He's giving us all the signs. All the telltale signs are there, saints. We just got to open our eyes and pay attention. But let's talk about and earlier I mentioned about some moving pieces that are going to come to play that's going to bring this world to an end. So I want to talk about one of those moving pieces. And it's, saints, this is huge. America's currency is in very big trouble. And they can't do anything about it because it's getting out of control. You're not going to see this in the news. They're not going to come out and tell you, oh, by the way, our petrodollar is pretty much dead. Because guess what? Everybody in America will start going to the banks and taking out their money. So they don't want to alarm anyone. And that's why you're not going to hear about it. But if you do your research, you'll see it. And it's happening fast. And with all these countries jumping on board on the yuan, boy, we're about to see this place fall financially. So this is why they want to go to war with the other countries like Russia and China and North Korea. This is the whole purpose. Why do you think America keeps raising their debt ceiling? And they've been doing it since 2012. Well, they've been doing it longer than that, but it's been increasing every year. And if you notice that they've been increasing their debt ceiling even more and more, we're out of money. The U.S. dollar is not worth one penny. And it's created from nothing. It's nothing. And they're running out of options. And the only way that they can try to get control is to go to war with these other countries, because in their minds, they want to try to bankrupt the other countries. That's why they're trying to make a deal with Saudi. But if Saudi decides to go ahead and go with the Chinese yuan, it's a wrap. It's pretty much a wrap already. But the Most High is in control, and they're playing right into the hands of the Most High, because the Most High is getting ready to bring this thing down. Y'all remember when Saddam Hussein started trading oils from the petrodollar and he started trading it in the euros? Oh, that didn't sit well with the United States. They went over there and invaded him. But why was it so easy to invade Iraq? Let me tell you why. Because Iraq did not have any allies. Iraq was a country to itself. So it was easy to go over there and take down Saddam Hussein. Any country could have done that. Any country that had some good superpower weapons, like some nukes. So it was easy for them to take down Saddam Hussein because they didn't have any allies. It was the same thing with Muammar Gaddafi. He didn't have any allies, but when he started trading, when he started creating a one-world currency to trade in Africa, to create this African currency, that's when all hell broke loose. The U.S. government sent the jackals over there, and brought the country down, turned the people against him. Soon as he got rid of his nukes, that was it. It was a wrap for him, and his whole people turned against him. And that's what happens. And this is what the United States have done throughout the years. If you guys pay attention, they do this kind of stuff, especially to countries that are very vulnerable, that cannot fight back. But there's one country that they cannot mess with, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, the U.S. would have invaded North Korea a long time ago, but there's one problem. North Korea has some pretty strong allies. They got China, for one. They got Russia and Iran. And you really think all these sanctions that Trump and the administrative have been putting on North Korea is working? It ain't working one bit, because let me tell you why. North Korea is still getting all their supplies underground from Russia and China and Iran. Either though China's coming out and saying, hey, we're going to support the sanctions and all that. They're not supporting anything. And the U.S. knows it. The whole world knows it. It's no big secret. North Korea, China, Russia, and Iran are your only countries that don't have the central banks. And this is what this is all about, brothers and sisters. These greedy elites, the ones who are pulling the strings, want to bring all this to a close. But they don't realize the Most High has another plan. And now that the petrodollar is failing tremendously, the U.S. is desperate. They can't no longer hide it. It's out there. And they're trying to use bullying tactics, especially Trump. He's trying to use bullying tactics to a little smaller countries that are thinking about going to the yuan. Take Venezuela, for example. When Venezuela started trading yuans, the U.S. stopped support, trying to cause all kind of chaos over there with those people. But they can't really do much with them, because guess what? Now China is going to protect them. And this is why the U.S. has not invaded North Korea yet, or the other countries. Have y'all noticed all the rhetoric that's been going on between Kim Jong-un and Trump? And it's been going on ever since Trump became president, even before that. And it's been crazy. And at one time, I thought old little Kim was going to shoot off a rocket, a real one. But it's a political game. So the whole purpose with Trump is that they're trying to get North Korea to strike first. But see, Kim Jong-un is a lot smarter than that, because he knows what Trump is trying to do. Trump is trying to get North Korea to strike first so they can have justification to invade. But they're running into a lot of hiccups. They can't do it. That's why Trump keeps taunting the man. Yeah, I just heard the last report where Kim said, well, y'all better be careful because I got the button on my table. And then Trump tweeted, well, somebody warn Kim because my button works and it's bigger, more powerful. So all the rhetoric going back and forth is to try to get one or the other to strike so they can justify of invading the country over there. Here's the good news, saints. We are going to have World War III, and we are going to be the generation that witnessed this whole collapse of this wicked nation. But the first strike is not going to come from North Korea, because the scriptures already tell us where this war is going to begin. It's going to kick off in the Middle East, but we're going to talk about that a little later. All the moving pieces are set in place and ready to go and bring on this World War III. The fall of the petrodollar, the wickedness in this world, the decision to make Jerusalem the capital and to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, which we're going to talk about a little later. Everything, saints, is in place for World War III.